I heard someone at work say today the year 2020 went really fast, and if 2021 goes just as fast, by the end of the year they'll be 90, which I get the humor, obviously. It's like time's going real fast. I don't know what it is. I've always kind of gotten bothered by the notion of time moving so fast or people talking about it. Or people making comments about that was 10 years ago or that was only last year. I mean, any kind of measurement of time like that, because I guess to me it's like 10 years is a long time. Obviously it should be, for anybody it should be, but I guess maybe it's just me getting freaked out about things like that, but I really don't like it. I wish we wouldn't worry so much about how much time is passing. People make jokes about it, but I think it's a serious concern for some people. That time is always moving fast. Because I mean, it is for me. I certainly think at times, man, I wish I was able to slow this down. Um, but it's not even like a new thing. It's not like just because now I'm a little older, I'm starting to worry a little bit about the time moving fast, or that, oh, things feel so long ago. I refuse to say things, man, we're so old now. I have friends who say that. I'm like, come on, I'm 25. We got people who are in their mid 20s. We shouldn't be talking like that right now. I see those tweets all the time where they're like, isn't it crazy that there's some people our age who are like getting married and there's just some people who are like still living with their parents, and there's just like, there's no straightforward answer for people who are in their 20s. People are all over the place. So, right. I think I know more people who are a little more set up with life right now. So maybe that's why I hear more often, oh, we're so old, when I feel like we shouldn't be. I mean, I feel like I know people who are in their 20s, not in my immediate friend group, who don't talk like that, like, oh, we're super old. So it's like, I just don't want to believe that. And I think the reason I focus so much on the idea that time is moving fast or it freaks me out is because I just pay attention to it so much. I always am focusing on the fact that time is passing, even minute by minute. I'm like, oh, I got to get this many things done in the next hour. And then like the hour goes by and it's like, I'm not even done. And I'm like, it's just like constantly trying to catch up. And I wonder why I didn't feel like that so much as a kid. But honestly, I always kind of did. It's not a new thing. I always kind of felt like, oh, time is moving fast, or, oh, I can't believe that was already a year ago, or this was already 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, even when I turned 10, I was like, I can't believe I'm double digits. And it's like, I think people always kind of think like that, where they're thinking about the process of time. But I think with social media and with so much, technology, we focus way more on time because we're able to measure it in so many different ways. But it's also not a new thing. People have always talked this way. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to talk that way anymore. I don't want to feel like time's moving fast. Even if it is, it's like, is it really? I feel like 24 hours should always feel like 24 hours no matter what age you are. But for some reason, there's something in our heads when we get older, time is moving faster, or it feels like it is. And it's like, is it because it's our capacity for thought or our capacity for keeping the knowledge is shrinking? The brain is ever so shrinking, possibly, or you're using your brain less in some ways, because they say you only use 10% of your brain, but you hear things where people who are older don't think quite the same way that people who are younger do. And I wonder, is it because we're thinking less or something, and that's why time seems to be going faster, because we process things differently, or we process less things maybe, or we retain less. I mean, certainly it's happened to me. I hate to say it, but it's like, yeah, I forget less of the day than I used to. But I feel like you don't have to. I feel like you just got to find different methods to remember things, to retain the day, and to make the most of it. I also feel like, I don't know, your energy levels go down as you get older, so you're sleeping more, so you technically are losing more of the day, maybe. But I don't know. There'll be days where I wake up at 5 and I won't go to bed until 2 in the morning, I've done it. And like the past year I've done it. And those days it feels like the time is moving just as swiftly as other days. Like it doesn't feel like I've really gained many extra hours than I actually have. So yeah, I don't know why that really happens, but I hate the notion. And I want to do something about it. I want to be able to retain more of my day and to not feel like time is moving so fast, or at least to not focus on it so much. One way to not focus on it so much would be to use less technology, or at least less social media, and to stop talking about it so much. Maybe that's why I get annoyed when people do talk about it, because it's like, I don't want to think about it. Another thing I could do is to write in a journal, and not this one. This is a different book, but actually the book right here is an old style journal, which I'm trying to write down stuff that I do during the day. It's not always a straightforward thought process, thinking out loud kind of journal, much like this vlog can be. But it's more of just kind of making marks of what I've done during the day, and keeping stock of it to really know where I was at that place in time, but also to remind myself, I'm like, there was, you did stuff with today. You made something of the day. It wasn't just another day. Because this is another thing. I kind of get through this balancing act. It's not even a balancing act. It's more of I go back and forth between wondering if it doesn't matter if you don't make the most of every single day. Is just living the day enough? Or should you be making the most of every day? I've done things where I'm like, I should be learning something new every day, or I should be doing one real exciting project or thing every day. Obviously, doing this vlog was part of it. I don't know if I've succeeded yet in, one, making the most of the days, and two, literally slowing down the progress of time, or at least feeling like I'm making the most of my days. Hence, time is not moving as fast. I haven't felt the effects yet, only 5 days in. But I think maybe writing separately would also help, or even in a journal, I can be a little more open. But yeah, I don't know. This was a real rambly one. But I don't know. Does anyone really feel like this too? I do all the time, where I just feel like people talk about it a lot, and then I start thinking about it, and then it's like time really is moving fast, or I am getting old, even though I don't want to believe it. And it's like I don't want to be like that, because I know for a fact I'm not getting old. Still very young. And I don't want to feel like time is moving fast, because it should be moving the same. I have to control that part of my brain that makes me think, versus when I did as a child. Even though as a child I thought about a little, it's obviously become worse as an adult, where I think more and more that time is moving fast. And there's got to be something in your brain that you can do something about that. Either in your brain or just in what you're retaining with the day. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you feel like time is moving faster as you get older? Or is that just a bunch of baloney, and maybe I'm just not doing enough with my life? Or maybe it's because I just think about it too much. Could be anything. There are a lot of thoughts and ideas with this, and there was really no answers, but that's the kind of vlog series this is going to be. A bunch of questions, and hopefully, eventually, some answers. So, this one went on for a long time. Thanks for watching.